We come to you from South Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, it's Miami-Dade County. It's the land of D. Wade. It's a place unlike any other.
No doubt about it, Ed. Every time you see the flash play, it reminds you of greatness. No doubt he's going to show that tonight on the court.
The Milwaukee Bucks control the tip. Bledsoe to Lopez. Giannis shoots. Not that time.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Butler to Dragic. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
He'd have the basketball. Butler to Dragic. Takes stock of the floor. Oh, emphatic slam. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
Dragic with it. Looking to make something happen. To Butler. Trying to cash in, and he buries it.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Down just a couple. Here comes the screen. Short jumper won't go down. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's the Heat with the possession.
I got ball. I got ball.
Butler. Driving right to the basket. To Butler. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Giannis in control of the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Matthews. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Wesley Matthews trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. To Butler. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Deep 2 there, won't go. Matthews against the former Finals MVP. To Lopez. Knocked loose. Heat get control. To Dragic. Here comes the screen. Five on the shot clock. Dragic. His first effort off the mark. Jimmy Butler, 2 of 4 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Here comes the screen. Drive here, but the shot stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Jay, 44 wins for the Heat last year. For the most part, that core is in place once again.
And when I think about the core, Ed, I think about upper management. I think about Pat Riley. I think about Eric Spoelstra. I think about Mickey Arison, the consummate professionals associated with this basketball team. The year before, they did not make the playoffs. So a substantial improvement for a young basketball team.
Dragic into the front court. Down a point. Shot from the lane won't go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Antetokounmpo, and he's going to the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Miami with the basketball. Dragic. Screen coming.
Screen right.
To Dragic.
Stay in front of him. Watch the shot.
Off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Defense making the ball carrier work. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Dragic with the basketball. Down 3. Butler. Goes to the left side to Dragic. Fires the 3. Now that's a contest. Antetokounmpo. Pass stolen by Miami. Butler into the front court. They're down 3. Taking advantage of the turnover.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Butler. Jimmy Butler, he's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Giannis with it up top. Up 5. May 2018, Jay, the Bucks make the move to Mike Budenholzer roster that's built to win now.
And Coach Bud brings stability to a team that had a lot of question marks around the head coaching position. Jason Kidd gets let go last year. That caused some drama with him and Giannis. You hire Joe Prunty. He comes in. He tries his best. But now when you bring Coach Bud to the table, you bring offensive fluidity, and that's what this team needs.
Dragic to Butler. Good look that time, but off the mark.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
It was right there. Dragic with it. They trail by 7. Here comes the screen. Dragic. Turns and slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Swings it to Corver. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
It's the Heat with the possession. Probing the defense. Screen coming. Eric Bledsoe. Huge block. Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Dragic. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Adetokunbo. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Giannis Adetokunbo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw, good for Giannis. It's a three-point play as the Bucks add to their lead. Miami's got it. To Butler. The Bucks clear the rebound. Giannis in control of the basketball. Lead stands at 10. To DiVincenzo. Jimmy Butler sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Layup goes down. Well done.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Dragic to Butler. Picked up by the Bucks. From the painted area, won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Dragic to Butler.
Screen, I got your help.
Here comes the screen. Butler for 2. Almost, but no good. Giannis with it up top. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Here's Lopez down low. Myers Leonard able to recover with the block. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Hill to DiVincenzo. Giannis in control of the basketball. Lead is 12. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Eric Spoelstra now going to use a timeout. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. The jumper's off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Butler to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Bucks have it. Deep three at the buzzer. Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. And he hits the second. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. That ends the first quarter. The Bucks in command of this one. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Dragic into the front court. Down a bundle. Fires the three. Oh, it took a while, Jay, but he hits his first three of the game here tonight.
Yeah, couldn't really get one to fall in the first quarter, but he stayed the course and did a good job of squaring his shoulders to the basket.
Screen coming. Antetokounmpo to Hill. Nice pass to get things going.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Dragic with the basketball. His guys down big. To George Hill. Antetokounmpo. To Hill. Has a look. George Hill. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Screen coming.
Big kick right there.
Milwaukee with the basketball. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Nope, first one does not go. Oh, he missed on a pair. Dragic with it. Looking to make something happen.
I got ball.
Down low for Leonard. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Giannis with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Terrific. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Brook Lopez. He's 2 for 2 now.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Dragic. Nothing going here on that drive. Dragic. Rebounds pulled in by the Bucks. Hill across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Beyond the arc for 3. George Hill, not sure why he was so wide open. Buries the 3.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Watch cut.
Here comes the screen. To Dragic. Has a chance. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to George Hill. You've got to get that one to go. Dragic. Trying to cash in. Shot for Leonard, no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To Lopez. The Heat have the rebound. Dragic.
Hey, match up.
Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To Hill. Corver. Had a chance, but it's no good.
Match up.
James Johnson matched up with Connaughton. Here comes the screen.
Around the screen, you're killing me.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
James Johnson has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 69% at the line. First try, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Bucks at the controls. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Hill. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Substitution being made in this one. Dragic.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Giannis Adetokunbo. Blocked
Oh,
away.
that one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Time to shuffle things up. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. 4-3. Good for 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Bucks basketball. Bledsoe to Lopez. Bledsoe to Lopez. The drive, right to the basket. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Count the basket at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Bledsoe to George Hill. Bledsoe, they'll get it down low to Lopez. Around the perimeter to Lopez. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Dragic. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go. Lopez to Bledsoe. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Bledsoe to Lopez. Easy pass to the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Here we go. I got him. I got him. All right, I got ball. I got ball.
Dragic. Oh, he had it. Bledsoe to Hill.
Hit coming, hit coming.
To Middleton.
Shots up.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
He'd have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Dragic, knocked loose, picked up by the Bucks.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Bledsoe slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
New blood coming in for both sides. Dragic. Five to shoot for Miami. Has a chance. Defender was right there. He has to know better.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Dragic. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Bledsoe. Adetokunbo, great dish to set it up. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Oh, had him going there for a second. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Lopez there to get the rebound. To Bledsoe. Adetokunbo to George Hill. George Hill. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Dragic. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Lopez. Ah, no good. Over and back. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Got him. Good trap, good trap.
Adetokunbo to Matthews. Shot clock winding down. Matthews.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. off the mark on the first free throw. And he misses the second. Hits the foul shot. It's a 2-for-3 trip.
Good shot, man.
Dragic with the basketball. His guys down big. To Butler. Robin Lopez snatching it out of the air. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Wesley Matthews. Butler to Dragic. Knocked loose. Bucks have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Butler into the front court. Down a bundle. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Bledsoe to Matthews. Antetokounmpo off the assist.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's the Heat with the possession.
Hands up, hands up.
Dragic to Butler.
Shot.
Short jumper misses. .15-footer at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports halftime report. The Bucks certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Heat have yet to appear after one half of basketball. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Bench points.
The Miami Heat were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Miami with the basketball. Butler to Dragic. Sizing up the defense. Dragic to Butler. Trying to cash in. The shot by Butler, no.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Iguodala to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Dragic to Butler. Here comes the screen. To Dragic. Has a look. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Goran Dragic at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Missed the foul shot. Chris Middleton pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Bledsoe with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter.
Here we go. I got him.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
The Bucks at the controls. To Bledsoe. Middleton. Jay Crowder swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Butler to Dragic.
Uh-oh, you know you can't guard me out here. Hey, what's the screen look?
Lets it fly from long range. Taken down by Giannis.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Here comes the screen. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Adetokunbo to Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. Dragic. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the mark. Milwaukee with the basketball. To Adetokunbo. Matthews. From the outside, no good. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dragic. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Won't go. Dragic to Butler. To Dragic. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Has a chance and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe. Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe. Time for some new personnel into the game. Dragic. Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Flushes it home.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to Matthews. Nothing going here on that drive. Kelly Olynyk tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Middleton to Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by the Heat. To Dragic. Rebound pulled down by Giannis. Trying to cash in. Giannis off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Bucks basketball. Antetokounmpo to Lopez. Can't miss those.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Dragic to Butler. Screen coming. Butler. Rebound comes to Bledsoe. To Antetokounmpo. Bam Adebayo with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Dragic to Butler. Dragic to Butler. Has a look. Butler can't get his shot to fall. Middleton to Antetokounmpo. Middleton to Bledsoe. Has a chance. Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Eric Bledsoe trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Dragic with it. He'll run the offense. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. DiVincenzo to Adetokunbo. To Middleton. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
To Dragic. Five to shoot for Miami. To Dragic. Here's a chance from long range. Bucks take down the board. DiVincenzo to Adetokunbo. Nice pass to set things up. Whoa, Chris Middleton. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Ed, the reason why this could be the year of the fear of the deer, last season they only had 2 players that shot over 33% from the three-point line. Now you add the Michael Jordan of Delaware and Dante DiVincenzo and also Pat Connaughton. Those are the floor spacers you need.
Adetokunbo to Hill. From long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Dragic into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Bam Adebayo. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 72%. First one, count it. And he makes them both. The Bucks at the controls. Probing the defense. Adetokunbo. Dragic with the basketball. Down a bundle. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Adetokunbo. Around the perimeter. Adetokunbo. Fires the three. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover. It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic. Screen coming. To Dragic. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Hill into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Another chance. Oh, and a putback.
You see, to a lot of people, it's an oxymoron when you hear the word superstar and the phrase doing all the little things, but that's what the great ones do.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
No good. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That ends the third quarter. The Bucks in control so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Can't connect. To Adetokunbo. Over to the right side. Baseline drive. To Adetokunbo. Has a look. Not that time.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
To Adetokunbo. To DiVincenzo. Myers Leonard with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Finish that. DiVincenzo to Adetokunbo. Great feed. Short jumper off the mark.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Johnson at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Giannis in control of the basketball, looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo to Korver, fires the three, and it's Leonard there to clear the rebound.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
Dragic. Milwaukee with the basketball.
Pick up.
Matthews to DiVincenzo. Surveys the floor. DiVincenzo. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Beyond the arc for 3. They were ready for DiVincenzo on that 3. Dragic. Shot from in close, no good. DiVincenzo to Adetokounmpo. Korver to Adetokounmpo. Has a chance. Adetokounmpo can't connect. To Dragic. Here comes the screen. Dragic. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. That's a 24-second violation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Bledsoe to Adetokounmpo. 4-3. Misfires. It's no good. Dragic. Driving right to the basket. Nice pass to set things up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Down for Iguodala. Missed a wide open look. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Giannis with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Lopez. Brook Lopez. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Dragic. Trying to cash in. Not that time. Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Adetokounmpo. Here's Lopez, down low. He throws it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Screen coming. Adetokounmpo to Lopez. Able to convert inside.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Knocked loose. Giannis Adetokounmpo rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Bledsoe with it up top. He'll run the offense. Matthews to Lopez. Short jumper, won't fall.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Couldn't keep it in. Last touch by Giannis Adetokunbo. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Here comes the screen. Has a look. A shot, no, oh, and a putback.
When you let him get inside position like that on the glass, you can expect that every single time.
To George Hill. Middleton. Miami's got it.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
Stuffs it down with authority.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
To Middleton. Bledsoe. Oh, the slam popped out. Dragic. Giannis grabs the board. George Hill to Adetokunbo. Bledsoe slams it down.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Kelly Olynyk at the line for 2 shots. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Adetokunbo to Lopez. Won't go down. He'd have the basketball. Dragic. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Bledsoe. Middleton. To Lopez. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Now a steal by Milwaukee.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Matthews to Adetokunbo. Couldn't keep it in. Last touch by Giannis Adetokunbo. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Butler to bring it up. His guys down big. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
To Bledsoe. Middleton to Bledsoe. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Butler into the front court. Down a bundle. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here comes the screen. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. And scores.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. The Bucks claim victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks were merciless in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Heat seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Game track. Assists.
The Miami Heat struggled to find an open man all game long, and that led to a lot of iso ball and bad looks. Antetokounmpo was the one making the playmaking possible, dealing out some great passes.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.